Hello, welcome to episode 148 on the Online Trainers Podcast. Today's topic is Stop Searching for Clarity. Hello and welcome to the Online Trainers Podcast, where we go behind the scenes to uncover the latest tactics and strategies top trainers around the world are using to get more clients, dominate their marketplace, and get their clients amazing results. There is absolutely no fluff here. I'm your host, Lynn Trin. Now, I've got a really cool story to tell you, and it comes back to my own backstory. And I'm sure you've heard this before if you've been following me from the very beginning, but I really wanted to tell you again because it makes a really valid point. Now, when I finished up as a personal trainer in 2014, officially inside the gym to go completely online, I did not anticipate that I was going to become an internet marketer, that I was going to start a digital marketing agency, that I was going to take on the shiny objects of opening up new studios and opening up a new Pilates and yoga and physiotherapy studio, okay, in the midst of that. Because at the time, I didn't know what I was doing, and at the time I was asking myself the wrong questions. And I'm sure right at this very moment in time, if you are out there, if you are hustling, you are grinding, you are asking yourself the wrong question, my friend. And the question I asked myself was, how do I make money? Now, of course, that seemed like a great question to ask. It seemed plausible, right? It seemed feasible that was the question that I need to ask. But the question I asked was the question I did not need. And I asked that question because of my desire to have money, because I didn't have any money. It's like, I want you to think about your weight loss client coming in. And all they want to know is, how do I lose 5 kilos? How do I lose 5 kilos? How do I lose 5 kilos? And that's all they're thinking about, right? Inside the top of their mind. And for me, when I left the gym, I was like, how do I make money? How do I make money? How do I make money? Because I was so scared. In all that mist and all that chaos came about me finding new ways to make more money. Because whatever you focus on, your brain will start to open up new ideas and it will start searching for it. It is an amazing creature, your brain. Okay, it will start to tell you things that it shouldn't be telling you. And so in the midst of all this, I started to look for more money. And this led me on a venture of a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, a lot of struggle. But in a lot of that, I learned a lot of lessons. And so the first thing I began to do was to coach people online, and I would start to make more money. Now, of course, coaching people online and chasing people wasn't going to be fantastic because, as you know, when you chase people, you get nobody. When you chase people, people do not respect your time. They don't value you. They don't see you as the expert. And therefore, you feel like you're spinning your wheels. And so I asked the question, how do I get more money? And so at the times, there were two friends that I was working with at the same time, and they had an amazing yoga and Pilates studio just up in Brisbane. They were looking to expand, and they wanted to open one in Melbourne. And I said, great, I would go in and I would partner with them. And in the end, I did, to make more money. And 6 months down the track, I realized that I was the general manager for that studio, and I was probably earning nothing. I'd earned nothing for the last 6 months to try to make more money. It didn't make sense because I fell for the new opportunity, the new shiny object. And then amidst all this, I began figuring out how to make more money. So I began marketing using Facebook ad strategies, diving deeper, doing more. And I started marketing for my sister. I marketed for her dental practice. And so amongst all this, I found new opportunities to make more money. And whilst I did that, I did get her results, and then we created an agency out of that. Now, did I enjoy the agency? Was that great? Because I ended up making money. In fact, we brought on 92 clients that paid us a retainer every single month. And in the midst of all that making money, I lost my fulfillment. I lost my joy because I don't know about you, but speaking to dental practice owners, if you ever speak to one, then let me know. But speaking to dental practice owners is not a pleasant thing for me. I mean, it might be for you. And in the midst of all this, I then had a clear insight of what I'd done to myself. Amidst chasing all these things, I focused on the next thing. I focused on making more money. And when I did, I lost myself. I lost clarity, lost complete clarity on what it is that I wanted to do, what it is that I wanted to build. And so amongst all this, I knew that I wanted to lead people. I knew that I wanted to coach people, that I knew that the best thing for me, the best feeling was hearing that person say, Lynn, you'd changed my life. That was the best feeling I ever got. And unfortunately, these dental practice owners never gave that to me. And so I lost clarity along the way by chasing things. And I didn't gain clarity. Here's the reality, guys. The only reasons I got clear on all of this was to get unclear and do the crap work. Because you don't get clear. I would never have figured this out if I never went through all those things. The reality is you guys are at the exact moment you need to be in inside of your life to figure out that next step. It might be frustrating, but if you keep doing, keep going, you start to fall into a place where things start to become clearer. You start to figure out what you want. You start to figure out what you don't want. Because if I had never gone through these things, I would never have figured out what I wanted, and then I would have never figured out what I didn't want. I would have just sat there and sat to myself, I just want more money, just want to be rich, just want to sit down on an island, want to travel, have more freedom. And so why I say that to you is I need you to keep pushing, keep going, start searching, start trying more things. Do not be afraid to get your hands dirty, because when you reach that point of clarity, you would have brought along so much pain, so much pressure, right? So much pressure and dissatisfaction along with you that when you reach that point, here's what will happen. You will decide that that is it. You are going all in on that one project and you will make it a success. That's what will happen. Because the reality is right now you might have a dream, but you aren't dissatisfied to go out there and bring yourself out to the marketplace to share that vision because you don't have enough pressure. You haven't gone around the racetrack 500 times. And sometimes the process for you to really break through is for you to make that realization by yourself, to have that pressure, to have that pain. So why I'm saying this is because when I look today to the people that I help inside of our programs, to the people that I coach inside of our programs, it is the same pattern that I see. And if there's one thing that I could do for you today was to help you break through that pattern and to realize that number one, you might be asking yourself the wrong question, and that is okay because that's part of the process. But number two, understanding that you will never succeed until you have so much pressure that you can no longer stay inside of your comfort zone. You can no longer live inside of your comfort zone. When you can do that, that's when you'll take that step forward. And it's a scary thought. It really, really is. But here's the truth of things. If you don't feel fulfilled, if you feel like you've been listening to podcasts, all these guys telling you amazing things and how life's so great and dandy, a whole bunch of bullshit. And I want you to know that the only way you will make change, you can listen to Tony Robbins. I love Tony Robbins. You can listen to Bob Proctor, DeMartino, all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, if there is not enough pressure for you, listening will make you feel happy, but it will not make you feel fulfilled. Doing the work every single day is going to give you more clarity, more insight. My question is, do you have the commitment? Do you have the courage to do so? Because commitment and courage will lead to your clarity. That's what I wanted to share with you today. And I really, really hope that you take it on board inside of your life and you really start to reflect and see, well, is this right? Is it not right? Have I been running around the wheel? Have I been asking the right questions? Where do I even begin? And so with that, my friends, I want you to leave me a message, and I want to let you know that if you are stuck, then let me know. Hit me up on my Facebook page. Say, Lynn, I'm feeling a little bit stuck. Can I reach out for some help? I don't know what to do. I listened to your podcast on clarity because, heck, there's so many podcasts now. But the one on clarity I listened to, I like that, and I need your help to get me clear. And so that, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you start getting clear. But more importantly, you have gifts. You have gifts to go out there to transform the world, and the world needs you right now.
Alright, if you enjoyed this podcast, please leave me a 5-star review on iTunes, and feel free to leave a review, and that way I can respond and I can take that on board in developing content to serve you. Now, if you're not a part of the Online Trainers Club on Facebook, please do yourself a favor and be a part of the conversation. That's where I add daily tips, tricks and strategies on how you can build out funnels, how you can get more clients, and ultimately become a better online coach. Thank you for listening.